Welcome back to John and Mandy Go RVing. Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. So, Mandy and I are full-time RVers now, and we need to be able to work from the trailer during a week when we're on the road. So for that we decided to go with Nomad Internet, because so far it's been working pretty good for us. But there's times where the signal's so weak, we need a cell phone signal booster here. So we're going to try out this weBoost to see how it works over the next month or so. And what we'll do is, we're going to show you how this goes together, and then we're going to try it out. So with the weBoost, you're supposed to get a more reliable cell signal in areas where the signal is weak. It improves your cell data speeds, including up to 4G LTE. Now you only want to use this when you're parked. It's not one you want to use when you're driving. It's good for like slide out RVs, you know, your toy haulers, your travel trailers. You could use it on your Class A's. It is mountable. It takes about 30 minutes for your initial install, and about 10 minutes to set up and break down after that. So let's look inside and check it out. So now that we got this open, let's take a look inside here. Now I took out the packaging, you know, so we don't have to worry about that. And you can see here, they got the steps on each box with the instructions on how to go about putting this together. So we'll start with this box and go through the rest of the boxes in order. Then here, as you can see, it's telescoping, and it's up to 25 feet. So that's significant. So for step one, we're going to go ahead and use the razor here to open this up, but before I do that, I'm going to read the step. So step one, mount outside antenna to telescoping pole using the included U-bolts. Connect the coax cable to outside antenna. Now, I'll go ahead and cut it open here. That way if I need to look at the instructions here again, it'll be easier to do that. So now that we got the first box open here, we have the antenna, and this mounts to the antenna. And we have the bracket here that we'll use to mount the antenna to the pole. So it comes with these bolts here, these split washers, and regular washers. Go ahead and take these split washers, put them on first, and the flat washer. That way we already have that set up. And this will mount to the back of the antenna. And we want to make sure that we have these holes, drain holes, on the bottom when we do this. We'll use this socket wrench to put these little bolts in. Get them hand started. Until they're tight enough to where you need your socket wrench then. Okay, so this is a 10mm size. Go ahead and tighten up until it's nice and snug. Okay, that's pretty snug on that one. Alright, so next would be the bracket here. So now we got the U-bolt bracket here, where it's going to go on the pole. Next thing I want to do is put the antenna on it, using this end hole and this hole here. Then I want to take a flat washer for each side. And then we're going to use a split washer next. And a nut. Then we'll use our hand. We'll use our hand to get it stirred all the way down to where it's getting tight. Now I'm just going to use my adjustable wrench here that I have handy to tighten them down. Now, after I got the first bracket in, I made sure that it was loose enough that I can get the second bracket in, doing the same steps. So now that that's done, we can move on to the next step. Okay, so with step 2, we want to determine where you want to mount this telescoping pole on the RV. Today we're not going to do that. We're not mounting it to the RV. We're going to save this to put on our next RV. So for now, we're just going to use this base. But also in this box came these mounts that will stick in here. And when you do that, you want to give it 20 minutes to adhere properly. So we're going to put it right here for now. For one, I'm going to put a bungee around the tire to help hold it. And then down here is the base. I'm going to put these stakes through the hole here to help hold it in place for now. Get started. Now these aren't the proper stakes to use, but it's what I have handy at the moment. So we'll just use these for now. That's good enough for that, and then I'll put a bungee around it. So for this step, we're going to find a location for the booster inside the RV, and then we're going to connect the cable from outside to the antenna to where it says outside antenna on the booster. So now we got the booster out of the box. So you can see here it's got its power supply. And on the back, you have the outside where the coaxial connects to the antenna outside, and then this will connect inside. Okay, so make sure you look at this on the back. Again, we're not going to mount this because we're going to put this in our next RV we get. So we're going to find the closest place to where the antenna is, right by the slide. So it's easy for me to put the coaxial cable through the slide to get outside. So also in the box, you get a 30-foot coax cable that you use going outside to the antenna, and then this box is for the inside. It's two 15-foot coaxial cables and a barrel connector. So for the 30-foot cable that's going out to the antenna outside, we have this cable to go inside in between the slide, or if you have a toy hauler, and through the back garage. See how it's thin right there? You can fit it through small places. So we'll put this between the slides so we can connect the coaxial cable inside to the one outside. So now we got the coaxial cable put inside in between the seal of the slide here, so we can connect outside to the inside easily. So now we're going to take the 30-foot cable here, plug it into this and get it screwed on there nice and tight. And then the other end will connect to the antenna outside. Now we're going to connect it to this end, straight to the antenna outside. So now we got the coaxial cable connected to the antenna, and we extended it as high as we want it to be for now. It can go up to 25 feet. And I'm putting a bungee here to help hold it in place. Now we'll move to the inside and connect the other cable. Okay, so now we're going to attach one of the 15-foot coaxial cables on the inside to the booster here. And remember, when you connect it to this from the outside, that you're coming in to the outside connection on top. So now that I have the coaxial cable connected to the outside antenna, I connected it to the boost, but I took the wire behind the couch here so it's out of the way. And for now, I got the weBoost sitting here, and I'll plug it into the outlet there on the dinette sitting. Then out of the bottom there, I want to come out with the next coaxial cable over to the inside antenna, which I want to have as far away from the outside antenna as possible. So I'm going to put it there temporarily. I'm not going to mount it because, again, this is a temporary setup. So now I have the coaxial cable connecting from the weBoost over to the inside antenna over here. So we should be good to go. Now on to step 5, which is plugging in the power supply. So let's do that right now. And what we want to see is green lights. Non-blinking green lights, if it's set up correctly. And we have blinking lights. And now they're solid. So now we are good. Everything is hooked up correct. Now this set also includes a hardwire power supply for a more permanent situation when installing it. Just so you know you have that option. So now that we're done with step 5 and we see that we got 4 solid green lights, we should be good. Now if the lights were blinking, then you want to go to your user's manual to troubleshoot your problem. Now with that being said, it's a good idea to download the Open Signal app so you can find out where the nearest cell tower is. That way you can point your antenna towards that tower to get your best signal. So this concludes our episode on how to set up a cell phone booster to get better signal for your internet. If you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down in the comment section below. And don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone. Take care.